This is the Brother sewing machine. The model is XM1010. I'm not very skilled at doing video tutorials. However, I am new to sewing and I do better at learning visually. And I didn't find many tutorials on setting up the sewing machine for Brother for this particular model. Not very familiar with all the sewing terms, but I've been sewing with it for a couple of weeks now and it's been great, super easy. But I'm going to, I need to rethread everything, so I thought I'd do an easy tutorial on how to set up this particular model. So you unbox the machine and you're going to take off all the protective stuff. You put your machine on whatever table you're going to work on, and it comes with a plug. So all you do is you're going to plug it into the wall, and that is attached to this presser here that you're going to place your foot on. You're going to press this to get the sewing machine going. After you plug that into the wall, you're going to take this plug and plug it into the machine. After you plug this into the machine, it's now ready to be turned on. So as you can see, turn off, comes with this really neat LED light. Your next step is going to thread your bobbin. When you first get the machine, you're going to take this little plate off here, and it actually comes with a bobbin that's in here. So when I first got it, this thing right here was in the machine, and you just take the bobbin out. And the first thing that you want to do is get some thread on this piece. So you're going to take your thread and you're going to place it on this spool holder. And after you do that, you're going to take your thread. You're going to put it. It has some directions up here that helps guide you. First thing you need to do is put the thread in this piece right here. Make sure that it's underneath it. You're going to come toward you and you're going to wrap it around this screw-like thing here. It's super easy. It's just a little difficult while I'm holding a phone. And then, of course, I'm going to pull it a little bit to make sure that there's no snags or anything like that and that it's on right. Then you're going to take your bobbin and you're going to place this into the hole of the bobbin. Now you can put the thread in the hole of the bobbin before you put it on the bobbin holder up here, or you can do it while it's up here. I'm going to do it while it's up here because it's easier for me. I can't really use two hands. I'm videoing this with my phone. So you can see it has a hole on both sides. The thread just needs to go in through the top. So I'm just going to pop it on here. And I'm going to take the thread and place it into the hole of the bobbin from the top. So let me see if I can get it to go this way. Press pause here. Okay, so let's try this again. We're just going to go ahead and put this in the hole of the bobbin. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. Yay, got it. Okay, after you get it through the top of the hole of the bobbin, I'm just going to make sure that everything is pulling, and it's pulling nicely. And you're just going to hold on to it for a minute. After you press on this, you're going to press on the foot pedal just ever so gently. First thing you need to do, though, however, is to switch this over here. By switching this over here, it stops the machine from working down here. And you want to hold the top of it and lightly press so it gets a good grip, and then after it gets a good grip, it's going to start to thread the bobbin. I like to get as much thread as I can. Okay, And then you're going to slide it out. Take it off. And after you take it off, you're going to cut as much of this off as you can. And of course, cut it from here, you know, the thread, which I'm going to do now and press pause. Okay, I've taken the bobbin from up here and I cut both of the threads, the thread that was sticking out from on top and then also the thread that was attaching it to the spool. And what you're going to do is, right here you see directions. It's pretty self-explanatory as you look at it. You're just going to go ahead and drop the bobbin in here and leave a little thread so that way you can pull on it. I'm using upholstery thread, so it doesn't seem to wound as tight as the regular all-purpose cotton thread, but you're just going to drop it in here. You want to make sure that your thread is coming this way. If you can look at the picture, it has to be coming this way. And then after that, the tricky part is right in here, there is like a little hook. You have to take the thread and put it on the little hook that's in there. Sorry if my hands are in the way. It's really simple to do. It's not easy to do when you have a phone in your hand. But look, I got it. You can feel that it's on there. And then you're going to go ahead and just make sure it's rolling good. And they have a little blade right there that cuts it off. The great thing about this sewing machine is that you don't have to thread anything. It does it all by itself. So I don't know how it does it, but it's wonderful that I don't have to do anything else to get the bottom part of it to thread. So you just replace the cover, snap that in there like that, and now we're going to thread the top needle. The top, you're going to take your thread and go ahead and put it in here, in this part right here. You're going to undo it from this screw. The screw right here that we had it wrapped around in order to do the bobbin. We're going to undo that, and then you're going to take it through here, and everything pretty much, it hooks fairly easy from here. It's a great machine, great for people who are starting out. And what you're going to do is just simply bring the thread down here. You're going to take the thread and you're going to bring it down here. You're going to come underneath and you're going to come up. And then you're going to grab this little loop right here by pulling your thread back and then forward. And it grabs it pretty easily. And then you come back down. So I'll do it. We went down there. Now we're going to go around the knob. We're going to pull it. Okay. And then we're going to come up and we're going to see this little hook right here. We want the thread to hook onto that. And when you tug it, you can feel and you can see that it has hooked onto that. Okay, and then the next step is we're going to take this thread and we want to put it back behind this little slit right there. Let me try to get my phone in a better view. So we're going to put it behind this little slit. Again, all of this stuff is a lot easier when you don't have a phone in your hand. However, I would have appreciated a video even like this when I was first setting up this machine. All right. Okay, yay, got it. Okay, it's really not that difficult. It really isn't. Again, it's just difficult whenever you have a phone in your hand. So after you go ahead and put the thread in that little slit, you're going to go ahead and put the thread through the needle. This knob right here moves the needle up and down. So we're going to bring the needle up. By turning it so we have better access to it. Okay, let's see. Look at that, first try. Then you're going to pull the needle through, make sure it doesn't catch on anything. And right here is your knob to lift up your, this is called the presser foot, to lift that up. So we're going to pull it, and we're going to take the needle, the thread that we just now threaded the needle with, and we're going to put it in the middle and push it back. And now you are good to go. I'm going to get a piece of fabric and show. Hold on. Okay, so I have a spare piece of fabric that I'm going to use just to show you that it's now ready to go ahead and sew. Here's your knob that has your different stitches. That's something you're going to have to learn on your own. That takes some time. So I just have been using the straight stitch. That's where I'm on right now. I'm not really... I'm still new in the sewing world, but the straight stitch has been working just fine for all of my projects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my thread where I need it to be. Here are your numbers for your seam allowances up here. That's 3/4 of an inch, a half an inch, 1 inch. So you can line it up to, you know, what your seam allowance is. I usually do an extra inch on my measurements, so that would be a half an inch of seam allowance per side. So I'm just going to line it up under the half of inch. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your presser foot down like that. Let me show you again. So that's up. And then before you sew, you want to make sure that you push this down. Okay? And then after that, you're going to go ahead and just press gently. When you first start, you kind of want to do it, I think, a little bit slowly, and then it just glides through. Okay, and we are going to lift it up. I'm going to take our fabric. Oh, you got to lift the needle up too, sorry. I'll lift the needle up. Take our fabric. And the cool thing about this is that this also has like a little blade here where you can just cut your fabric on the side. I mean, cut your thread on the side. So, and there you go. There's the sewing. Here it is on, sorry. There's the stitch on this side. There's the stitch on that side. Again, you can choose different stitches. Just wanted to show you the basics on how to get this machine up and running. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you so much.